Hi Copheads, welcome back to Copheads of Anfield. In this video I want to talk about Fabrizio Romano again. I know he's annoying, but this time it's to do with Martin Zubumendi. So this is what the headline says. Fresh Liverpool links to Zubimendi prompt Romano update as Richard Hughes' blueprint is revealed. Fabrizio Romano admits he cannot deny Liverpool could launch a fresh approach to sign Martin Zubumendi in the January window after revealing Richard Hughes' transfer vision for the Reds and outlining why the Euro 2024 winner remains the perfect player for his project. The Merseysiders were the last of 132 sides in the top 7 leagues of European football to make a signing this summer, with Liverpool only splashing the cash in the final week of the window when they agreed a deal with Valencia for Mamardashvili and then Juventus for Chiesa in a bargain deal. Indeed, Arne Slot's side have managed to shave a massive outlay off the signing of the Italian winger, paying just 11 million plus add-ons for the player, who has been on the Merseysiders' radar for a good few seasons now. The capture of the pair will have come to some relief for their recently appointed sporting director Hughes, who was starting to feel a little bit of heat from supporters over their inability to bring in fresh faces. And while Slot was keen to underline the quality that already existed in the Reds squad, it is widely accepted that new signings are required to revigorate those players around you and give the squad a much fresher feel. For me, that doesn't even make sense, because Chiesa's not even fit yet. He's not had a pre-season. And Mamardashvili doesn't come till next summer. So how is it giving it a fresh feel? Hughes, until last week, could certainly consider himself unlucky, with Liverpool applying a certain measure and control to the summer market. And some would say the scant opposition to that of Chelsea. Hughes and co are considered enough to only target the players they felt were good enough to strengthen what they already had. Liverpool back in for Zubimendi. Romano has his say, and with a new defensive midfielder at the top of their summer wish list, Liverpool appeared to be on the cusp of signing Zubimendi from Real Sociedad when they agreed to pay the €60 million exit clause in the player's contract and then reached an agreement on personal terms with the player. Sadly, a last-minute change of heart from the Spanish midfielder saw him reject Hughes' proposal and stay loyal to his hometown club. Shades of Steven Gerrard when he rejected Chelsea to remain with the Reds back in the summer of 2005. Having been rejected by the 25-year-old, Liverpool decided to keep their money in their pockets rather than signing an alternative, feeling the Euro 24 winner was the only player they saw as adding to their project. In the last couple of days, however, speculation has risen that Hughes and co could launch a fresh January move for the player, with the player still yet to agree a new deal with the La Liga club. Analysing their prospects of going back in for his signing, transfer guru Romano has provided an update on his debrief podcast and has refused to rule out the possibility of the Reds going back in for the player. I have no idea at this moment, it's too early, Romano conceded, before adding, at the moment Liverpool are not even commenting on this. But what I'm sure about is that Liverpool didn't want to negotiate for any other number 6 this summer because they believed that the perfect player for this position was Martin Zubumendi. Romano gives insight into Hughes' Liverpool vision. Liverpool move for Hughes over the summer as a successor to George Schmadtke, who left the role after just over 6 months in the job. Before that, Julian Ward had held the position for a year, inheriting the role from Michael Edwards, who had left in the summer of 2022 after a decade-long stint. After luring Hughes from Bournemouth, the Scot, having especially good connections in Spain, it was felt he was the perfect hire to settle into the role for the long term, the perfect ally for Edwards, now back himself as CEO of football and someone who could bring Liverpool's vision on the field to life with his transfer moves off it. Having had an offer rejected, most other clubs would have simply moved to sign an alternative instead, not Liverpool, and in Hughes they have a sporting director who is only determined to ensure they sign the right players. Given a little explainer into their thinking, Romano insists Liverpool could be carefully monitor the market before making any transfer moves. They are not going to sign any other player for the sake of it. If they invest in a player, it's because they are 100% convinced. So I'm sure Martin Zubumendi will remain on Liverpool's list. Whether it's January or next summer or never, we will see. It will depend also on what Liverpool want to do. At the end of the day, it was the player who decided to stay at Real Sociedad. There are many factors before deciding if Liverpool will try again in January or not, but I can confirm that the appreciation is still there. They still believe that Zubimendi could be a perfect player for the tactical idea they have at the club. Let's see. The appreciation remains. So yeah, that was a bit long-winded, wasn't it? Well, it's obvious they appreciated him. You mean you wouldn't offer €60 million for a player you didn't appreciate, would you? You'd have just stuck with Endo. I mean, don't get me wrong. Romano does get a lot of things right, but he is a chancer as well. I have actually posted something that Dunk recommended at Cop Talk on my community tab about basically Romano being a tap-in merchant and clubs offering him money to ramp up interest in their players. If you have a look on the community tab, you'll see it there if you haven't already. But that's it for this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.